Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
What is happening, friends? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it is politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real, so please do me a favor, my friends. Kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. On today's conversation, so much stuff to go over, from possible Senate races from complete unknown public figures with absolutely no political experience. And I don't mean unknown because I mean that's kind of weird. No, public figures with absolutely no political experience. We have one gentleman saying he wants to run for lieutenant governor in California. I'll mention later on who that person is, and then going all the way to, I believe, Georgia. A person wanting a reality star wanting to run for a Senate race. So yeah, we got a lot to discuss, and of course some more from the Trump regretters, I call them, those who are regretting that vote of bringing back President you-know-who into office. So yeah, we got a lot to discuss here on today's show. So I hope you all are having a great time. I hope you all are staying safe and having a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for checking in on the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your friend, your homie Arrington, coming to you on this great evening as always. Look, before we move forward, please do me a favor. If you haven't been streaming us right now on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share with friends and family. We want to continue that momentum and growing our channel, growing our subscribers, growing our views. We want to keep the message going, so I truly appreciate it. And also, you can stream us on the GOATverse TV network. If you happen to, if you haven't downloaded the app yet, please do so. It's available in the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. That is GOATverse TV. Let's see here. In addition to that, you can also tune into the program on all major audio platforms, all major podcast platforms. You can also check us out on the radio airwaves. I want to shout out, as I do every show, but I want to shout out our listeners in New Orleans by way of WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time. Again, only on WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about. And moving on all the way to the Metro Atlanta region, you can also tune into the Arrington Gavin Show by way of WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. Look, the Arrington Gavin Show comes to you weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is only on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. All right, my friends. So, how has life been? Let me tell you how my life has been going so far. Can't complain. Every day you wake up in the morning breathing, right? Blessed. I have a wonderful family, wonderful wife, wonderful life. Great, love my job. But it's even more exciting because two of my best friends, right? One of my best friends from high school and another one that I've known since we were 5. We're like one big trio, right? We're three amigos. And when we first had all graduated from college, we lived in separate states, right? Growing our lives and continue to mature and continue to work hard, this and any other. Now we see each other. Everybody's moving back to VA, and we're all just trying to, just catching up, trying to build up traditions and so on. So one thing we've all have noticed, that we are not in the shape we were back in high school. Okay, we're all teammates. We all ran track and field, and we all realized we're not in shape. Well, one of us out of the three is in shape, right? One of my bros, he's a police officer. He does Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He stays in competition. Like he stays active. But the other two, including myself, we're not as active as we should, right? We work out when when we can, but we work out pretty often, right? My wife and I, we meet up with a trainer a couple times a week. We also go to the gym. We try to go to the gym. We're not with our trainer, but it's just not the same, right? The older you get, the body is different. The body changes on you. And so one weekend, y'all, me and the bros, we decided to go on a run, but not just like a regular like jog. Like, see, I'm good for just jogging, right? Pacing. I'm good with that. No, they decided they want to do some sprints. We run on a track in a local high school in the area, and they want to do some sprints. Now I'm stretching. Feel like I'm pretty warmed up, right? We stretching, doing a little warm stuff. Good, I'm ready. When I tell you, I don't even know what kind of routine we were doing. We might have been doing some, I don't know, like short sprints, like 50 yards, 40, 80 yards, and then boom, 100 yards. Like we were just, it was insane, but it was great. But when I told you your boy's left hammy said, not so fast. You thought, you thought. Yes, that's what happened. And my hamstring has not been the same. It's tender. It's not extremely like in excruciating pain. But I've never really pulled a hamstring or strained a hamstring. I've had a Charlie horse. Like I feel like we've all had and have experienced that, which is the worst. But I've never had a uh hamstring strain. And I was like, oh, and I'm over here like I fought through it. I wasn't running as fast as they were throughout because I think we had maybe like a few more sets of sprints we had to do, and really like fast jogs, like 80%, which to me is like, damn it, that's a sprint, man. When I tell you, after letting those few days pass, and I already, I iced my leg, elevator, all that good stuff. My whole body's now starting to ache, and I'm like, who would have thought running gets your full entire body sore? Now, look, I'm not a runner like that, so I'm working out muscles now that I haven't worked out before. It's just the body is so interesting, y'all. Because if I go golfing with friends, I'm working out a different muscle, so I'm sore in one other area. If I work out with my trainer, obviously he keeps me on, with the basics, the chest, back, arms, legs, shoulders, right? You feel sore in that, but I'm like running, I'm sore in places I didn't even know I can get sore. And I'm trying to recover as best I can, but it is a struggle. And I just want to let y'all know, y'all, for the young people. If you are active right now, please can keep that momentum going until you leave this earth. Keep staying active. Do not give up on working out and exercising and taking care of your body. There's going to be a time you're going to hit a wall. There's going to be a time when you're extremely tired from work and you're just like, I can't do it. Look, all you need is 30 minutes. 30 minutes of any form of exercise, whether if it's say do 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, 25 body squats, and maybe do a nice, run or a nice I'm telling you, staying active is key. Have a great what do they call cardiovascular exercise, right? Keep that blood flowing, keep that heart pumping, keep the muscles strong, keep your joints good and stuff. Make sure you also what you put in your body is key. What you put in your body is extremely important. So please, my friends, all I'm gonna say right there is work out, work out, work out, and eat right. Please, it's so important. Um, that's my 2 cents, y'all. Before we move forward to our commercial, look, let's go ahead and give a quick fun fact of the day before we get going with our headlines. So on today's fun fact, did you all know that last year in the 2024, the one and only Queen Bee herself, Beyonce, her Cowboy Carter album. Well, excuse me, Beyonce became the first Black woman to top the country album charts with her recently debuted country album, Cowboy Carter, which is, might I ask, making tons of money right now. She's doing her Cowboy Carter tour. I know of a few friends that has attended the concert. I think I had a cousin that recently was at the Beyonce concert, Cowboy Carter, and I've just seen clips online, and it's phenomenal. I mean, she's truly one of the greatest entertainers of our lifetime. Of course, great performers and great voices, but she is continuing to break barriers in this genre, which is still a debate, right? It's still a back and forth a conversation. Is she really country? Do you really consider her now officially a country artist? Do you consider her a strictly country artist? And I was talking to a variety of folks. I've shared my thoughts on it as well. I know there was a recent country artist that it's weird. A lot of these country artists that no one knows who the hell they are, they make more of a popular name for themselves when they speak against Beyonce, saying, "Oh, she's not welcome here. We're gonna kick her out of our genre and this and that and the other." And all you want to say is, "Excuse me, sir. Country music was started by Black people. All right. Yes, it was. It was started by Black people. I can't recall in which years it started to be commercialized more for the white community, but it's now, it's continuing to remind folks that, wait a minute, Black people, they don't just love country, they were behind this. I mean, you got Shabuzi continue being a rising success. Obviously, Beyonce is making more noise. Let's see if she'll make a part 2 for a country album. We've seen Kane Brown, Mickey Geisen, the War and Treaty. I'm trying to think of some more. Country artists, but it's blanking on me at the moment. Well, obviously Darius Rucker as well, and it's many others, right? Many other great ones. But yes, be sure to continue to support Queen Bee, Cowboy Carter, and just at the end of the day, in my opinion, Beyonce is just an artist, y'all. She is an artiste, not just in one genre. She is a music artist, which that, in my opinion, that's genreless. I think I'm just made up a word right there. Genreless. She can do blues, she can do gospel, she can do R&B, she can do pop, she can do country, she can do rock and roll, she can do dubstep, she can do heavy metal, she can do it all because music is so universal. All right, enough of my ranting. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Do not go anywhere, my friends. We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
With me?
Yeah, that's that new Gold Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs. And we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. So check this out. I wanted to play this soundbite before we get going with some stuff. Well, I guess this is a start or a continuation of what I call Trump regretters. The list continues to build up, and to me, it's very comical. It is extremely comical. No pun intended to this person I'm actually about to share. This is Andrew Schultz, comedian Andrew Schultz, also podcaster. Extremely funny dude, by the way. Like I've seen him. I've actually been to one of his shows. I will definitely go again. He's a talented guy. I don't think he's a bad guy at all. I think he just makes some dumb decisions. He had recently shared this on his podcast. He hosts two podcasts. One called Brilliant Idiots. His co-host is Charlemagne the God, who's the famous radio personality from the very popular radio program, The Breakfast Club. And then he also hosts one with some other friends of his in comedy called Flagrant. I think Flagrant 2 or Flagrant. Is it called Flagrant File or Flagrant Podcast, something like that? Let me go ahead and show you this clip real quick. Show you this soundbite. We'll talk on the other side.
Your boy doing? You voted for this? I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for.
Yeah.
I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do, except sending immigrants back. And now he's even flip-flopped on that, which I kind of like. But he's like, oh, well, we kind of need the people working in restaurants and we need our farmers. It's like everything that he said that he was going to do that he can campaign.
Well, he said
really
to
hard
us,
on.
which was important, and I thought it was good. He pressed him on it. Well, you got to start with the criminals in terms of deporting. I don't even know if the criminals are getting sent back. I know there's a lot of people with green cards getting sent back. There's people who aren't criminals getting sent back. I don't know if you're sending back the criminals first. You're definitely not doing it first. I don't know if you're sending them back at all. So nothing has happened.
So y'all, okay, here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you why I think I'm saying he made a stupid decision, a dumb decision. We all were not born yesterday. How can you say the reason I voted for him? Because he said he was gonna he didn't want to do this. For one, you act like you have not caught this man in a lie before. You act like you have not caught this man in a lie before. Now, I'm not saying the left is perfect, and have they been caught up in some white lies as well. But in this case, you just didn't vote for the left because you didn't like what their platform was and what because the commercial that was heard around the world that really turned a lot of folks from voting for Kamala Harris was the fact that she wanted to fund. It was speaking about funding gender reaffirming surgery in prisons or something like that. That was a massive turnoff for a lot of voters, and in that clip was like one of the premier things that said, "Oh nope, can't do it." In addition to that, Democratic voters was not too keen on the way the process was by naming Kamala as the nominee. They really thought it was just handed to her rather than going through a proper primary process. That's fair, right? But Andrew, y'all, stop acting like y'all dumb podcasters. Now, let me tell you something. Podcasters, and maybe I'm biased because I'm one of them. We might not know everything. We might not be as educated as folks that work in Washington or journalists and this and the other. But guess what? We are educated when it comes to street smarts and common sense. That's the whole reason why we love doing what we're doing now, talking, because it's common sense stuff that we speak on. Yes, opinionated based, but it's common sense stuff. Don't ask me like you're so shocked. Like when I see people that are so shocked of what occurred, or what's happening right now, and they're like, I can't believe Trump. He's doing everything he said he was. He's doing all the opposite stuff of what I voted for him, and I feel so betrayed and ashamed. Really, really. I'm sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you. And it's, to me, it's like, don't continue to do it now, because guess what? He's going to be in there for the next 3 years. You voted for him. So maybe you can continue to say that for the next 3 years, or the next, 3.5 years. Joe Rogan, same person. Same exact feeling. He's continued to have his regrets. We've spoken before. Conservative commentators are having their regrets. Like, really? I mean, Charlie Kirk, he's the founder of Turning Point USA, which is a massive conservative convention for all, like, young conservatives, young conservative, college conservatives. At Turning Point, everybody is frustrated, still, about the Epstein list. He says, hey, by show of hand, who's pretty frustrated with it? And everybody raised their hand. Y'all, it is so comical to me, because people are starting to expose their regrets. And look, you were wrong. You were wrong. But I'm really curious of, like, Andrew, you're telling me you really thought this guy was truthful because why? Because he was on your podcast? Because, hey, I got to talk with him, and I had a different feeling after speaking with this guy, and like, okay, I see where he's at. No. Especially when it's campaign season. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, candidates are here to promote, and they're selling a product for you to buy. Now, this is no diss to candidates around the country that is running for office, because majority of you mean well and have good reasons to run, and you are going to be doing great things for your constituents when once you're elected and all that. There's a lot of great people out there that really mean well, right? I've spoken with a ton of them here on this program. But at the end of the day, you are trying to sell. You're promoting yourself. The reason why you host events and this and the other, you continue to give a presentation that can hope attract folks in voting for you. So at the end of the day, you can't just be completely careless and say, well, I'm sold. Everything you just said, I believe. No, you're gonna take it with a grain of salt and say, well, let me continue to read up, or let me do my own research on this. Take some time. That's why they have such a long campaign period. Folks start campaigning, a year, sometimes 2 years in advance, depending on, position in office. I know state races here in my home state of Virginia. Man, I know folks that have campaigned on the ground for like a year and a half, all for a 2-year term. For local races, for like council, sheriffs, they started running years and years, because one, funding, two, make sure you get every single person you can. Like, it's a lot. But going back to these influencers, Oh my gosh, I'm so shocked. I never saw this coming. I can't believe this. I feel lied to. I feel betrayed. And this, that. You know what I say? That's what I say. Sorry, not sorry, right? Try to tell you, but yeah, no. Like, come on. And what's actually pretty funny is recently at the FIFA World Cup finals, um Trump is met with some heavy boos. Like, I'm talking like massive, like boo, 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 which again, no shocker, very on brand. But what gets me is well, I don't know. I mean, he's always staying there with the salute, as you should. Give respect to the country, especially you as a public servant now. But it was with heavy boos. This is a article reported by the. Let's see here. What is this by? Is this by the Guardian? Yeah, this is by the Guardian right here. Says here that Trump booed but unbowed at club World Cup final as he crashes Chelsea's trophy lift. Says here that the U.S. president was front and center at the Chelsea's trophy lift and was greeted by widespread boos at the FIFA World Cup final at a sold-out MetLife Stadium. Trump was booed while appearing on video boards during the playing of the national anthem before the match, and then later while walking out with FIFA President Gianni Infantino to present the competition's trophy, individual awards, and runner-up medals. Now later, Donald Trump and the FIFA president jointly carried the Club World Cup trophy to Chelsea team on stage, and Infantino moved out of the frame of television cameras while Trump stayed put, finding himself squarely in focus as Chelsea's captain Reece James lifted the trophy. Yeah, that's very awkward. Reece James lifted the trophy and his teammates celebrated around him. Now the final of newly expanded tournaments aimed at crowning a World Cup of club soccer. Club soccer now. Yeah, so that was an interesting sight to see. That was a very interesting sight to see. One thing you're gonna notice, y'all. I mean, MetLife, New York, Jersey, really, like more blue states and blue areas, especially blue cities, because it was in, I believe, yeah, MetLife is in New York. You're not gonna see huge favoritism for Donald Trump, even though that's his hometown. You're gonna get all, if you're in Bama, Florida, Nevada, maybe you'll get some praises shown to him. But I mean, it's just it ain't looking too sharp. It ain't looking too sharp for your boy. That's all I can say. It's not looking too sharp for your boy. Check this out though. I had this came across my feed and I was like, you have got to be kidding. So apparently Donald Trump has been nominated for or a letter nominating him for a Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, it is by somebody that I don't think anyone is a true fan of, but let me go ahead and share with you the video and then we'll speak on it on the other side.
So I want to present to you, Mr. President, the letter I sent to the Nobel Prize Committee. It's nominating you for the Peace Prize, which is well deserved, and you should get it.
Thank you very much. This I didn't know. Wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coming from you in particular, this is very meaningful. Thank you very much, Bibi.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you. It's a great honor.
So for one, I mean, Trump real cool with the Israel prime minister. Doesn't call him Mr. Prime Minister, by the way, because one thing you've caught on is, or if you noticed, every leader that represents their country that visits, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. Last thing I checked was, I love to receive respect I give, right? The respect is the respect I expect back. And Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, "Hey, Mr. President," and Donald Trump said, thank you, baby, thank you. So, for those who didn't hear, again, Netanyahu presents Trump with a letter nominating him for a Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, so recently, Netanyahu visited the White House, marking the first face-to-face meeting with Trump since the president ordered U.S. strikes against Iranian nuclear facilities, a decision made in coordination with Israel's bombing of key Iranian nuclear sites. Now, the prime minister pulled out the letter during a dinner with Trump and presented it to the president. I'm not going to read the quote from that, but Trump's allies have made the case that he is once again deserving of a look from the Nobel Committee in wake of some of his recent efforts to broker around the world. Now, Pakistan had recently said it would recommend Trump for the Peace Prize for his role in mediating its conflict with India. Representative Buddy Carter of Georgia, Republican of Georgia, wrote the Nobel Committee to make Trump's case after he helped achieve a fragile and nascent ceasefire between Israel and Iran. All right. Let's see here. The Nobel Prize has rarely been far from Trump's mind as he shapes his own foreign policies. He made the case that he was deserving during his first term after summits with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to discuss denuclearization, though the summits failed to yield concrete results. Now, let me give you a list of folks, y'all, who have received Nobel Peace Prize honors. Give me 1 second as I gather a list of some familiar faces. All righty here. So, they give me the full list. Good gracious. Nelson Mandela. Boom. Martin Luther King. Okay. Mother Teresa. Malala. I'm blanking on the last name, but Malala was for children's rights in Pakistan. She survived a horrific attack where she survived. I think she was gunned down and shot in the head and survived, and she's still speaking as an advocate. She was also a winner. Long story short is what I'm trying to say. A World Food Program, WFP, for combating hunger and improving conditions for peace. I think what I'm trying to break it to you is people that win the Nobel Peace Prize are people that do good in the world, people that do good in the country. I've yet to see any good come from this. This is, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. I haven't seen a lot of good. Seen a lot of headache. So now you see folks that have nominated him are folks that are really not well liked, even in their own countries, yet alone other spots. So, and for somebody to say I should have been well deserved of this award, like, I mean, come on. Once again, y'all, why is it always an I, me, and I did this, I did that? Y'all, it takes a village to complete these kind of issues happen in our country. So I was just talking with somebody not too long ago about staying humble and not forgetting where you came from and whatnot. And it's sickening. It's sickening. It's old. It's, especially the older he gets, he's going to continue to get more and more arrogant, in my opinion. And it's just not going to get any worse. But look, my friends, we're going to take a commercial break. Do not go anywhere. We have a lot more show for you here on the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
Jazeera Learning Institute, LLC, is a hybrid learning center that strives to educate adults and children in all fields. During the day, we offer programs that are focused on developing students from pre-K to 12th grade, which includes tutoring, homeschool co-op, an after-school program, SAT, ACT prep, and many more engaging academic programs. Our adult education programs include workforce trainings, GED prep, life coaching, various seminars, and many more. Our vision is to train and educate in a positive way that will lead to a positive change in the world, one person at a time. For more information, visit us online at JazeeraLearningInstitute.com or call us at 757-208-7407.
Welcome back to the show, y'all. Welcome back. So look, next up, where is it at? All right, here we go. So boxing great and TV host, businesswoman Laila, and the daughter of the late great Muhammad Ali, Laila Ali, says she would think about fighting Clarissa Shields for an 8-figure payday. Complex reports here that Laila might be interested in putting her boxing gloves once again to fight Clarissa Shields to provide her price if her price is met. Now, recently, Ali responded to rumors that she is preparing to fight Shields. Ali, a former world champion, retired in 2000, and check this out, y'all, 2007. She retired in 2007, but she made it clear she would consider coming out of retirement to fight Shields if the money was right. So let me go ahead and share this soundbite that she shared to the that's circulating right now on the internet, on social media.
Later, last one at Clarissa Shields. There's rumors that you're gonna come back and fight her. What everybody's talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15-20 million, don't even call me about this. That's all.
Turkey has that money. Turkey's gonna set this up. I know it.
Unless somebody calls me and says they have it, we're not even gonna have a conversation. I'm not trying to come back and fight, but if someone offered that kind of money, I would actually have to think about it.
I'll talk to Turkey tonight.
Do I look like I
so
fight again?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. I think so.
And you're beautiful too.
So first of all, Laila Ali ain't gonna fight nobody. Y'all, stop it. Laila has not fought in forever. You heard it right there. She has not fought since 2007. Now, Laila was she is not afraid to fight now. She's 47 years old, by the way. 47 years old. She looks great. 47 years old. Undefeated record, by the way. 24 pro boxing matches, fights. 21 out of those 24 fights were KO'd. She was let me see how many championships she held. World super middleweight title, 2 defenses. WIBA World Super. She held she held like 6-7 different titles. All right. But she's obviously, since her boxing career, she has made more money and more popularity post that, right? She was doing the Dance with the Stars. She was hosting her own programs. I think she was like a reboot of the American Gladiators show. She is doing a new show right now. I believe she's hosting. What is she hosting? She's hosting a new program at the moment. But Clarissa Shields, it will be obviously a nice fight to see. but no one wants to see another Mike Tyson kind of situation, right? A lot of people was like, I'm not gonna lie, Tyson had me fooled for a second. He had a lot of folks fooled. When he fought Jake Paul. Now, Mike Tyson was what, 57, 58 years old, and he was fighting someone that was, I think Jake Paul is what, 27, 28. People were like saying, "Oh, Tyson's really serious about that." Why? Because Tyson looked the part. He was in shape. He was cut up. He was dyed. They showed his training. They literally did the whole docuseries, leading on to this very day. Then when the grand finale happens, trash. Okay, pure T trash. Tyson looked like an embarrassment. It was the worst fight ever. Me personally, I think it was staged. I think it was rigged in a sense, because the amount of money that both of them made. First of all, when you fight Jake Paul, it's like fight Mayweather. When you fight a person who just has so much notoriety, popularity, power, and everybody that has fought Jake Paul, they could care less if it hurts their career. They make the most money in their career ever when they fight him, regardless if it's a good or bad one. And so with this girl, Clarissa Shields is currently the champ. 30 years old. 30 years old with the record of, let's see, 16 fights. She's undefeated. Yeah, 16 pro fights. Any losses? Yep. 16 wins. So she's undefeated at the moment as well too. Has a what, three total mixed martial arts bouts, 1 loss, 2 wins. So would it be cool to see? Yes. Is it gonna happen? Absolutely not. So please, y'all, stop gassing that up, because that will never ever happen. If it does, I will attempt to do a backflip or something. I don't know. Or I will go running. I will do some more sprints. Okay. But that's not going to happen. As much as I would love to see Laila make a comeback, 47 years old, girl, you enjoy your life, enjoy your family, and yeah, keep it moving from there. Let me digress from that story, y'all. Moving on to our next one. So recently, it was shared that former One Republic alum, one of the founding members of the music group One Republic, has put his bid out for lieutenant governor for the state of California. Founding member Tim Myers announced his run for California lieutenant governor. This report by People Magazine says here that he has announced that he will be putting his bid as lieutenant governor as a Democrat. Myers, who played bass with One Republic from 2002 to 2007, announced in his new venture into politics. In a statement shared on his official website, Myers' campaign described him as a third-generation Californian. The state's current lieutenant governor, what does that say? Illinois Kounalakis, is running to succeed incumbent Governor Gavin Newsom, who cannot run for re-election due to his term limits. Now, the previous the current lieutenant governor, 59 years old, is the first woman and the first Greek American elected in office in the state of in California history. Myers, who's 40 years old, and his wife Lauren are parents to 2 daughters, whom the musicians mentioned as part of their motivation for running for office. In a campaign video set to a cover of the Mamas and the Papas 1965 hit California Dreamin', Myers critiques the Trump administration's handling of federal resources in response to the Palisades and Eden wildfires that ravaged Los Angeles County this past January. Now, in a quote here, it says, "You know what the real disgrace is? The president who insults 40 million Americans and is doing everything he can to harm a state with the fourth largest economy in the world. Meanwhile, our own state leaders have done almost nothing to fight back, Myers said in a campaign video shared on his official website. Now, I'm trying to see here. So Myers, is he going to be cool of, because you realize like majority of the local leaders in the state of California are Democrats. So I take it that he's just saying, I want to enter into that leadership role so I can help speak out, because obviously those right now are not doing the same. You know what I mean? Like, is he trying to garner support with this race? Because this is a guy that has absolutely no political experience. Yes, has he been involved in the community? Yes, and I will say, and just a question for you all, the listeners: should candidates now have any? Is it important to have a form of political experience, or is that out the window at this point? And just it's more important the fact that should more community activists pursue politics? So my question is, should community activists pursue running for local, state, federal office, or should you just continue to keep people with actually political backgrounds, political experience to, continue to run for office? Because I don't even know if this man was even like a HOA president, okay, or on his HOA board. He's going straight to lieutenant governor. Myers continued, "That's why I'm running for lieutenant governor, to help protect and rebuild the California we love, to fight for working families, for kids priced out of college, for seniors struggling to get by, for every Californian who feels forgotten." The status quo from career politicians just isn't cutting it, which I agree with that. They've either sold out, stayed silent, or cashed checks for corporate lobbyists. Well, I'm not staying silent. I'm not a career politician. I'm a dad. I'm a husband, a builder. I'm stepping up because you don't choose the time chooses you. That's quite a powerful message right there. That's quite a powerful message, because it's true. Career politicians is not the winning strategy anymore. It can't cut it. It's time for them to step aside, and it's time for some new leaderships. Why not? Why can't this guy build and be successful as a lieutenant governor? It's a huge step. It's a huge risk, but guess what? Also, a reality star becoming president, as much as we all are not fans of him and don't care for him, that's always going to be on the back of people's mind. Like, this man was a reality star and he said, let me run for president. And he did. And he won it twice. It kills me to say it, but it happened. So in that case, is this the future? Are we going to continue to see more celebrities enter into politics? Not too long ago, I shared a reality star out of Georgia who was she is a cast member of the show Married to Medicine, Dr. Heavenly. She's running for a state office in the state of Georgia, I believe, state house. There was Phaedra Parks, who's an attorney and reality star. She has said, "Hey, look, I might even consider running for a public office." Which, listen, she is more, she's qualified for it. So is Dr. Heavenly. Like, set aside from her being a reality star, she is a medical, I think, hygienist. Yeah, she has multiple offices. She's a businesswoman. She has her own thriving nonprofit. So she has the resume for it. But I'm gonna tell you something else that's funny. Recently, and I go back to Turning Point USA, Savannah. Oh, Savannah Chrisley. Savannah Chrisley had mentioned that, hey, maybe I might go ahead and jump in and I even might pursue politics. And essentially what she said is that she might run for, I'm trying to see if I can find the clip. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the actual soundbite what she had shared. Is this it? Where well, long story short, she had said, what if? She's like, I might, instead, not my, the issues for me is not going to be in the House, going to be in the Senate. That's going to be the next goal for me. And she's talking about maybe in the next 3 years. Now look, the only thing that will boost her up is the fact that she's in a red state. That to her, she just has the image of like, oh, that's what we want in office. That's what we want in office. And what I mean by that is she's young. She has a young following. And yeah, they have a the Southern conservative, they have a image that they want to have somebody representing them. Like, oh yeah, she's sharp, good looking, good at, she has that Florida-esque look. Yo, yeah, she needs to run. She has absolutely zero. All she was to me, she was another talking head for MAGA. When she went to go pick up her parents, did y'all see all of the MAGA merch that she was wearing? It was a little bit over. It was overboard. It was overboard. You would have thought that was her sponsors. And I mean, you already shared you how I felt about her parents getting pardoned in general, but now she's saying, I have the experience to run for office because I've been advocating for people to get pardoned in this and that. Like, oh my gosh, give me a break. Give me a break. If this is the case, like, y'all, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work because now it's starting to open doors for just anybody at this point. My dog can probably run for state and federal office at this point. Like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But what's even more ridiculous, y'all, is the fact that so many folks on the right, so many MAGA supporters are still so sad that they will never see this quote unquote Epstein list. Folks are upset. Folks are upset. Look, this is what Stephen A. Smith had to say recently on Chris Cuomo's show on the News Nation. Check this soundbite out real quick. I had a good laugh after hearing this.
With all of these things that's going on, with the 2017 tax cuts reserved, with so much stuff that's going on that the left didn't want to happen, that you on the right said you wanted to happen, with the borders being closed, supposedly that being handled, with migrants being escorted out of this country in droves, according to you, and what you wanted, you're in an uproar off the Epstein list. That's all you've got. It's really, really surprising that this matters. Of course, I think there's a list, but I don't know. I suspect, but I have no knowledge, nor do I care. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy myself. I'm getting ready to have a nice weekend. I could give a damn about the Epstein client list. It has no effect on me whatsoever. I have a life. I don't understand for the life of me why this matters so much to these. I'm talking about people losing. They're crying on camera. They're talking about resignations. They're pissed off about everything. I'm like, really? With all the stuff going on in this country, with all the power that you possess because of the cachet and the influence you have because of your connection to this administration, that's why you upset at Trump. I didn't blame Trump one bit for looking at them and saying, really? That really matters to you? That's really that important? Now, maybe he had a different reason for saying it, trying to be evasive or whatever. I don't know. But I do know this. In the grand scheme of things, it ain't going to affect the lives of over 200 to 300 million Americans. No. I think we'll be just fine without knowing whether or not there was really a client list. I think we'll be okay.
Well, the funny thing is, and I totally agree with what Stephen A. Smith is saying, but here's why it is such an uproar, Stephen A. And for folks listening. The reason why it's such an uproar because the MAGA base, in my opinion, they are so into these conspiracy theories and all this other stuff. I mean, look at those. Look, he said people are crying online. He's talking about Alex Jones. I showed y'all the clip. I played y'all the clip. Alex Jones was getting emotional. Alex Jones, one of the biggest conspiracy theorists out there. His base, his whole, let me tell you something, the Trump election, the Trump campaign, the Trump story, the way he promoted himself was off of conspiracy. The way he has always branded and promoted himself has always been based on these lies and this and that. He's like, this is really this and it's really that. Again, he questioned Obama's citizenship because of his middle name, and he still has not apologized for that. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Look, what was the nickname that he called Hillary? Crooked Hillary. This is what Trump created. And now all of a sudden he's like, are we really talking about the Epstein list? Really? Really? Why are people such in an uproar about it? Why? Because you rallied them up. Let's not forget January 6th. What happened with that? What happened with that? You literally have one person out of that whole group of folks said, no, I'm not going to accept my pardon because I was wrong. I was brainwashed. It was a cult. It was a cult. It's a cult. It is a cult following. That's the only stuff that they care about. They care about and now they have egg on their face because all of what they say, because folks have always been saying, all right, good luck with that. He make y'all look like fools, right? No, he's not. No, he's not. This and that. No, it's not. And now, boom. That's why folks are crying. That's why folks are so gung-ho on this thing. Because it's like the proof is right there, y'all. The proof is right there. Guys like when Dan Bongino was a conservative talker, he was there gassing that kind of information up. I could there's so many conservative talkers I can't even think of it to save my life, but I just think it's funny. Once again, I think it's funny, y'all. I think it's funny. Look, we have some more great stuff coming in store for you here on the Arrington Gavin Show. So my friends, continue to stay blessed, stay safe out there. Be ready and do your own research when it comes to these upcoming midterms in your selected communities. I mean, your communities and states and stuff like that. Read up on your candidates. Read up on your candidates and exactly on their on their platforms, right? Press them. Press your current officials right now. Press people in Congress representing your areas. Press your local leaders. Press them. Regardless of political party, you have to press them. We got a lot of stuff happening in our community, y'all. Look, stay blessed, stay safe out there. Continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.